Good day, peeps! Garfield here. Welcome to episode 25 of the Derby Way and season 3. This episode will probably have all the bullshit leading up to the first match, which was Portsmouth. We'll see that shortly. We'll probably get the Portsmouth game into it as well. Because transfer window's open, we've got lots of heebie-jeebies to get through. So yeah, I figure the way we'll start it is we'll have a look at the objectives overview. They want us to reach the round of 32 in the FA Cup, gain automatic promotion, and grow 2 youth academy players by at least 10 overall points, and then play them in 5 matches. Woo! And also, on top of that, brand exposure. Got to earn over 5 million in shirt sales. That should be okay. And increase season ticket holders, which I've had problems with in the past with season ticket holders because it doesn't seem to sort of do anything. But other than that, the financial, that's increased club worth by 50%. Okay. And yeah, so they're the manager overview bits. So let's go crack on and get into this season 3. And here we go with the pre-season tournament invite. Let's have a look, see what we got. I won't be playing any of these, so I shall go for the one with the most money, which will be the European International Cup. We'll hit this one, and yeah, we'll simulate pretty much all of these, I think. In fact, no, we will simulate them all. Right then, so important transfer news. Reveredo. Chetri was a real player. Berglund, Beckles, Donaldson, they were real players, and Tonev have all left the club now. It left some space open for the youth players and maybe possibly some free agents or some transfers this season. We shall have a look into that very soon, I think. Okay, so we had a loan offer for Riley McDonald, 1 year loan for Grimsby. Now they've just had Reveredo, and I'm thinking that McDonald can actually go on loan. We have got cover for the right back position, so yeah, we'll accept this and see if he goes to Grimsby for a year. Well, our first game of the European International Cup found us against Albuquerque. Probably butchered that name. Caesar's win. We won 2-0. Martin and Roberts with the goal. Allen was on the bench for the game because he's not quite fully fit from his injury at the end of last season, but he did come on, so it's a good sign. And transfer news, Riley McDonald has accepted a 1 year loan move to Grimsby, so he will hopefully perform well for Grimsby and come back a little bit better player for the experience of game time. Also, we have had a transfer offer for Ferrari. Now, anything we get for Ferrari is all bonus because he was a free agent. So let's go and have a look at this. They've offered 1.1. Just a quick look here. Oh, that's actually a really good offer. Yeah, we will accept that. Her second game of the European International Cup saw us facing FC20, and yeah, we got butchered, but I did put the reserve team out, just try and give everyone a run out in the pre-season. Ferrari has left the club. He has agreed terms with Perugia, and he's been sold for 1.1, and we get 800k of that. In terms of transfers coming in, Sergio Mendes Jr., Christoph Niassi and Leandro Freddy Martins, because I can't pronounce that name. These are on quite high on our target list. Most highest player though is Sergio Mendes Jr. As we go in here and have a look, he is 69 overall. He's a right back, 6 foot tall, right footed Brazilian. His athleticism is off the chart. I'm digging this. He's got pretty decent stats overall, good crossing stats as well. Yeah, so this guy we're going to go and try and sign him now because he can replace Magnussen on that right hand side. So here we go. I'm going to throw these negotiations in, I believe, just so you can see what sort of a player he is. What squad role would he like at the club? I think important would be very suitable for you, sir. So let's just get into this. We'll do the hold to skip. Important. Is that any good to you? Oh, he wants crucial. Now then, he will be one of the better players. So yeah, okay, we'll go with that. Recommended wage is 5,800. So if we can get a bit less on that, that'll be great. Will you sign 5 years? He will sign 5 years. That's good. I've not had one player yet say yes to a 5-year deal. We don't want no release clause. Now you want 6,500. Now it isn't going to be an issue for us. As you can see in that top left, we've got over 16 million transfer budget. We've got no wage budget. It's only because I haven't altered it around yet. I'm actually just tempted to just say yes to that because that's 5 years. I can hold him to that. So if he grows, that's fine. So yep, no, we'll accept that. Welcome to the team, Fran Sergio Mendes Jr. Well, Mendes Jr. gets even better. He's got 3-star skill moves and a 5-star weak foot. Add to that, his work rates are medium and medium, which is neither here nor there. It's right in the middle. Now the other two players, Christophe Niasse, I'm just going to show you his scout report, and Freddie Martins is right next to him. He's a centre defensive mid. He is at 62 overall, but he is 19. Well, both these players are 19. So yeah, he's not the best, but he has got really good stamina. He's maybe a little bit pacey, so he could be quite okay on that front. Needs a bit of technical development, but that's what training's for. And Freddie Martins is 64 overall. Again, he's pretty okay-ish in the physical department, but I'm going to keep an eye on them both, and they're both free agents, so that's a bonus, and we'll see what happens to them as the transfer window carries on. Well, our last game in the group stage of the European International Cup was against St. Truiden. We needed a win to go through into the next bit, and we did so. White, Pereira and Roberts on the score sheet for the Rams, and hopefully Alan will be ready to actually start by the time we get round to the next game. Here we go, transfer offers for our top players. Now I was going to just block transfer approaches for most of the players, but I thought it'd be interesting to see what players get offered for the most, and Ed Allen has attracted the attention of Fulham for £4 million. Now I'm sure you know what I'm going to say to this, because there is only one player in this team that will definitely go nowhere, and that is Ed Allen. So this will be a reject. Sorry Fulham, but bagger the fuck off. And he is still attracting attention in this transfer window. Aston Villa now coming in with a £5.3 million offer for him, and this is also going to be rejected. Unless someone wants to offer like 50 million, that's the only way he's going to be prized away from our team. We have had a transfer offer come in for Brian Moran now. From Rotherham, they have offered 910k for him. Now, they reckon it will be able to reach an agreement at maybe 1.2 million. Now, Moran is a showing great potential player, so he will hit probably around 80, 81 overall by the end of his, or at his peak, shall we say. We had some really good players come in VT and Niemi, one of which has potential to be special, and the other is exciting prospect. So they will eventually just completely leave Moran in the dirt overall wise. Now I'm thinking I'm going to go in, and I won't bore you with this negotiation, but I'm going to negotiate because they can have him for that, but I want a sell on clause in there for a percentage of when he gets sold, because he will get good and he will get sold, and you never know, we might get some money out of it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Well, I managed to squeeze the offer up to 1.1 million, but unfortunately I couldn't get a sell-on clause. They said straight up that they couldn't do that, and then that was it. Then basically they were not willing to add one in at all. So if he goes, he goes. It would be sad for Moran to go. He was brilliant for us last season in League Two, but we'll see what happens. Well, in the semi-finals of the International Cup, it was the turn of the reserves for this game. Ended 1-1. Lindqvist and Spearings for Sparta Rotterdam were the goal scorers, but we did win 4-3 on penalties, so that's good, isn't it? Barnet have come in with an offer for 270k for Declan Harrison. He's on the transfer list, and yeah, this will be accepted. Barnet can have him. Aha, and here we go. We're now looking at a transfer offer for Nicolas Russo. He was one who I said we'd look into if the alright offer came in. They're offering 1.4. Now, they reckon that we can get 1.6 out of this. So I will delegate this, I think, and we'll do that now. I'll do that on screen. Start the offer at, yeah, well, that'll do, and don't settle for less than 1.4. And we'll see what comes back on that one. Declan Harrison has been sold to Barnet for 270k, and the board have given us 190 of that into our transfer budget. Well, the European International Cup went very well. It was the turn of the first team, and it saw Allen back in the starting lineup there. He got booked, but as you can see, we played FC20, who annihilated the reserves, but goals from Wilson and Cox turned that game round, and yep, that's brilliant. We won the European International Cup. That's a good start to the season before I've even played a match. So Brian Moran has agreed personal terms with Rotherham. He has gone for 1.1 million. 800 of that has gone into our transfer budget. Thank you, Moran. You're a brilliant servant to this team, especially all the way through League Two. I wish you nothing but the best at Rotherham. We have also had an agreement for the transfer sale price of Nicolas Russo, 1.65 million. I'm going to accept that because as I click on here, and you will see he's only worth 1.2, and yeah, it's much better than what we could hope for. So yep, thank you, Russo, but let's accept this. Monthly scouting update time, and we're in South Africa for a winger still, and dog shit, they're all going to be rejected. In Belgium we have found 5 players, and oh okay, just skip through, so most of these are all rejects, but Xander Mercier, I am going to keep on scouting him and see how he comes on over the next month or two. If he drops off in potential, then it'll be a no, but as for the rest, they're all getting rejected. And Romania come back in. This is the first report from Romania, and Bogdan Lupu, he looks like he could be a really good player. Now normally I would instantly sign up potential 74 to 94, but in this case I think I'm going to sign him up, and we're going to have a good look at him in the youth academy. However, the rest of the guys will be rejected. We have had a transfer offer in for Henriquez from Shrewsbury, 430k they're willing to pay. Fucking hell, you're going to regret paying that. I'm going to sell him. This is an accept straight away. Oh, now then, Sheffield United have come in with an offer for Lindqvist. I've not really thought too much about Lindqvist. To be fair, he's been a good servant to the club. Let's just have a quick look here. His valuation is more than his valuation. What do they reckon? We can get over 2 million for him. I'm going to delegate. I'm going to see if we can get over 2 million for him. If we can, then yes, we will part ways with Lindqvist, and then we can move into maybe for that Niassi. Although their overalls are different, but yeah, we'll do that. We'll see if we can push 2 million. If not, then he stays. It's as simple as that. Well, it's a farewell to Henriquez and Russo, as both players have agreed terms with the clubs in question, and they will be moving on from the Rams. It's the 1st of August and it is youth squad update time. And it's sad to see that Gatcha Radebi has dropped right off in the potential department, but I am actually going to give him one more month because I have seen it go back up again in very rare circumstances. But let's give him a month and see what happens. Tyler Hill still 15, potential on 91 to 94. He's ready to come into that first team already, but just not quite of age yet. Rob Jacobs, left back, 71 to 91. Oscar Evans, right back, 81 to 87. Mika Peltola, 87 to 94. Max Alexander, 85 to 94. Connor Thomas, 81 to 94. Charles Watson, 86 to 92. And Bogdan Lupo, 77 to 94, with a great name. Well, Sheffield United are willing to meet our £2 million cut-off for Lindqvist, so I'm going to accept this. I did say that that would be enough, and it would appear as though they are willing to meet it. So, okay, yep. Thank you, John. This offer from Sheffield United will be accepted. Well, John Lindqvist has joined Sheffield United for £2.05 million. The board has given us 1.5 of that into our transfer budget. Thank you for your service, Lindqvist. Hope you do well at Sheffield United. And a transfer offer for Charles Ward as well. He was one I would say I'd look into. Let's just have a quick look. They're offering 2.3. The assistant seems to think we can get 2.75 million for him. I'm thinking we're going to delegate it, see if we can get around that that top end anyway. So yeah, I'm going to delegate this out and we'll see what we can get. And so here we go, first game of the episode, first game of the new season, and first game of League One for the Rams. We're away, we're at Fratton Park against Pompey here. And I said that because I didn't know if I was going to say Portsmouth or Pompey, and it came out very weird. I apologise for that. It feels good to be back on the pitch again, doesn't it? After such a long break between episodes. Portsmouth could cause us issues here. Portsmouth are quite a good team, actually, to be honest with you. I should probably try and know some of these players, as the brother-in-law is a big Pompey fan, but I don't. So yeah, that's their team. But we really want to know what Derby team is out there. We all know Ed Allen's going to be in the team, but here you can see it now. And Romano, the Italian stallion, starts between the sticks. Mendes Jr., Jackson, Viti and Martin are across the back line. Abeledo and Wilson in centre mid. Shaw in attacking mid, and then the three up top, Pereira, Cox and Allen, as they were last season. We're sticking with a 4-3-3. It did as well last season, so I don't see any reason to change that. Maybe if results don't go our way, then that's fair enough, but bloody hell, he's a big unit, isn't he? Who's their number 6? He's fucking massive. Where's our massive unit? Where are you, Abeledo? Oh, you've been made to look small by him. Oh, there, then again. Look at the size difference. That was good. That was funny. I enjoyed that. Well, there's the intro done with, and we'll get straight into this now. Come on, Derby. Let's go do 'em. Cuts it out wide. Here is Mendes Jr. runs into traffic, but manages to get it back. Cox crosses it in. Pereira tries to win the header. He does, but it will go out for a goal kick. Oh, VT does well. Oh, but then Jackson's clearance pass was just slightly deflected into the path of a Portsmouth player. Portsmouth are coming at us looking dangerous, and the shot does go wide. Oh, that's a great pass from Portsmouth, and Romano does well, gets the save in. Martin caught out there, just turned around. He didn't know what he was doing there, it didn't look like. And it's low, takes the shot for Portsmouth, and Romano saves down low well. And Portsmouth enjoying a nice bit of pressure on us here. Oh, that's a lovely pass inside. It's confused us. And Romano, oh, I don't know why you've punched that, son. I really don't. Pereira, oh, and we managed to eventually get it gone. Wilson will play it out. Here's Mendes Jr. again. Puts it inside. Here's a fast player. Plays it through. Wilson! Oh, that's a terrible shot. Well, Portsmouth so far have been a better team for definite. They've been pretty much all over us, and we've not really had any efforts yet. Maybe a shot from Wilson, I think it was, who had the shot, but it was a bad shot. There's half time. Things can only get better in the second half, that's for sure. And yep, we go into the break. It is 0-0. Oh, that's lovely. Allen plays it in. Here's Wilson, takes the shot, and again it's wide. Looking dangerous in the attack is Wilson. And there's Junior, brilliant tackle from the man. That's a beautiful ball through to Cox now. Can we actually make something of this? Pereira, fucking there it is! First goal of the new season, and it comes in the form of Renato Pereira. Brilliant play. Mendes Jr. has been having a stormer, absolute stormer. Brilliant pass down to Cox, perfect delivery on the cross. Pereira did well. All he had to do was keep that down. He keeps it down well, and into the back of the net it goes. It is 1-0 Derby. We're off and running. Mendes Jr. now. Oh, and Allen was trying to play a 1-2 with White there, and just didn't quite pull it off. Yeah, mate. See what his defensive capabilities are. Oh, well, the cross did manage to get in. It found Chaplin on the near post, and luckily the shot goes wide. Well, once again, White's going to pick that up. Here's Allen. Oh, he turns his man brilliantly. Allen, 2-0, and it's Ed. It's Ed that is the goal scorer. Oh yes, he's picking up where he left off from, isn't he? He's had a very quiet match, to be honest, so far. But that turn there of his defender, he's just been waiting. He's been itching to do something in the match, and there it is. A goal that he gets is his first of the new season. Won't be the first game without a goal from Allen, though, would it? It is 2-0, and we have wrapped this game up. And Pompey kick off after the goal, and yeah, that will do. That is the end of the match, and yeah, we win. It was a bit suspect in the first half. Portsmouth really did come at us. They were the better team completely, but quality came through, and we took over the possession and the domination of the match in the second half. So yeah, there we go. Good first game of the season. Good start, and we win 2-0. We've had a transfer offer come in for Nicolas Alexander. Now, I sort of do want to sell him, but it would leave us a little bit short on the left. But 590k. Oh, it's not anywhere near his valuation, is it? I'll delegate it and see if we can get somewhere near his valuation of 700k, and then potentially get rid of him. And while we're on the subject of transfers, depending what Millwall come back with, if Charles Ward does get sold, I have got a player in mind to that we can buy in and replace him, but we'll look into that if he gets sold. Okay, and final game of this episode, I'm going to throw in this cup game against Morecambe, just so you can get to see the reserves out in action as well. I know this means this episode is going to be really long, and I do apologise, but start of the season, these things, there's lots of transfers gone on, and yeah, I really wanted to get a couple of games in at least. So I thought, well, we'll play the cup games, we'll give the reserves a run out. It's a completely different team to what it was last season. Barry Roach is on about retiring. Look at how he's been going for some years. But yeah, I figure, you know, we put 2 into this one, and we can normality, so to speak, can resume. in the next episode. So yes, we'll get straight into this. Here we go. We'll just show you the Derby lineup: Fontana, Bowen, Magnussen, Niemi, Davis, Stewart, Carlson, Roberts, Alexander, Carter and Rafferty. Of those, Niemi we did just see in the last game. Davis hits his first start. Carter and Rafferty also get their first starts for the club, and yeah, hopefully they'll do a job, and we'll see if they can perform any better than the reserves did last season. And oh, Stewart gets in well. Roberts will get into that. Throws it out wide. Here is Rafferty. Cuts back inside. Will take the shot himself. Oh, and Rafferty, 10 minutes in. That's one way to mark your name, is to get a goal. And yeah, what a goal it was. Been pushing so hard this early on. 10 minutes in, and it's been coming. And it's Rafferty that's got it. Lovely bit of finesse into that far corner. Roach didn't stand a chance there. You're a bit of an old man now, Roachy boy. Rafferty gets the first for Derby in the game. Here's Stewart now. Is it in? Carter turns his men. Gets the shot off. Oh, it's 2! It's 2! And Carter with the goal. Oh, well, that was certainly a good strike. He looks like he's really good. He's a centre forward by trade, but much like Ed, I've thrown him up top, especially with the transfer rumours around Charles Ward. So he's got his start right at the top of the pitch, and so far he's taking it with both hands. And it will be 2-0, and it will be Sam Carter with the goal. That is a free kick to Morecambe. It is very close to the end of the first half. If we can just deal with this and go in at half time, 2-0 up, sorry, and we can. Fontana, just big kick forward, Fonty. Carter will win that. Tries to get it out to Rafferty, and yeah, there it is. There it is, the half time whistle. Goals from Rafferty and Carter see us 2-0 up. Oh, Rafferty, been played on by a guy that's injured. He gets his second of the game. I was just stood there, sat here, just thinking, like, how is he onside? The referee gets in the way. Well, slight injury over there. Then he's literally just playing Rafferty and Carter on, and Rafferty, although he has 2 men to beat, he does so. That's his second of the game. Welcome to the Rams, Barry Rafferty. Carter. Oh, ref! It is. He's given it. He has given the penalty. So it should be as well. I think Roberts was just about to unleash some thunder hell of a shot there, but he got just completely... Well, he just got pushed off the ball, didn't he? Looks like it's a penalty anyway. Well, penalty for Derby, 75th minute. Declan Alexander is going to be the man taking it. Hits it hard, and that definitely didn't go anywhere near where the cursor was aiming, and we miss. Oh, that's a good ball forward from Morecambe. Morgan will just have to deal with that. Oh, but Magnussen doesn't, and it is 3-1. Oh dear, Mago. What are we going to do with you, sir? It was a great ball over the top originally, but what the hell is Magnussen doing there? Well, it is 3-1. Font is beaten by Morecambe player, but of no fault of his own. It's all on Mago, that one. Morgan. Oh, that's actually really played out quite well. Carlson will play that out. Here's Rafferty. Cuts back in. Morgan! Oh my god. Some of the shooting is a little bit sketchy. It was a beautiful cross in, and no, he's just gone full on power. That's hit row fucking Z in the next stadium. Carlson in well. Roberts. Here's Carter. That's beautiful. Finds the pass out to Rafferty. Gets the cross in. Roberts 4-1. Beautiful. Rafferty really knows how to cross that ball in. And we go 4-1 up. Probably should have been 5. But the penalty miss certainly cost us that sort of goal scoring fineness. Don't know what I'm talking about while I was watching the replay, because that was brilliant. Great crossing from Barry Rafferty, and AD Roberts is there and gets a really good header for a short man. It is 4-1. We don't need to see that was offside again, because we're pretty much at full time here. Big hoof forward, and that'll do. That is a win from the reserves, believe it or not. The reserves, they do look much stronger this year, and the 4-1 scoreline would suggest so much. But that's the end of this match. We are through into the next round of the Carabao Cup. So onwards and upwards, reserves. Onwards and upwards. Well, I think this episode has gone on long enough for you all now. I'm going to wrap it up now. And the next episode, we will probably try and get all 4 of these games in. The simulation will probably be Shrewsbury, as they were the team that came up with us from League 2 last season. Yeah, we'll probably throw in the Charlton, Colchester and Wickham game, just so we can get transfer deadline in there as well. So it'll be another long episode, but I feel it's worth it. The start of the season is always hectic, shall we say. So yeah, we'll get into that, and we'll look into that. But yeah, if you liked this episode, please make sure you hit that like, and if you really liked it, hit subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Garfield, and until next time, friends, toodles!